Have you ever realized that sometimes the biggest battle a man fights is the one inside his own mind? One moment you're confident, you're focused, you're unstoppable. And then suddenly, one text, one silence, one shift in her energy, and your whole world starts shaking. You begin doubting yourself. You begin questioning your worth. You start wondering, did I do something wrong? Why is she acting different? Am I losing her? But pause. Breathe. Because this is the exact moment where most men destroy their power without even knowing it. This is the moment where boys react and men rise. There are things you have been doing your whole life that quietly break your value. And once you become aware of them, you will never look at yourself or women the same way again. So listen carefully. Slow your breath. Let every word sink into your spirit. Because today, you reclaim your power. Today, you stop chasing anything or anyone. And from this day forward, you will move like a man who knows exactly who he is. Here's the truth many men never learn. You don't earn respect by talking. You don't win attraction by trying. And you definitely don't become valuable by proving yourself. A powerful man isn't the loudest. He is the calmest. He listens more than he reacts. He stands firm when others fall apart. That is Stoicism. That is masculine control, and that is what she truly respects. When you over-explain yourself, when you rush to justify every little action, every delayed message, every change of plan, you think you're being polite. But what you're actually saying is, I'm afraid to lose you. Please accept me. A man who fears loss has already lost. Confidence isn't in proving why you're right. It's in knowing your choices don't need approval. A lot of men confuse effort with desperation. When she pulls away, they chase. When she responds slow, they text faster. When she seems unsure, they try harder. But listen carefully. A woman is not attracted to a man she can control. She is attracted to a man she can't quite figure out. A man who walks forward, with or without her. Women don't chase men who chase them. They chase men who chase their purpose. Think about it. The moment you make her the center of your world, she loses interest. Not because she doesn't like attention, but because she wants to feel like she earned your attention. She wants to feel chosen, not placed above everything else by default. When you forget your mission, when you shrink your world down to only her, she stops seeing you as the man she admired. Focus on your goals. Build your mind. Build your body. Build your life. That's what makes a woman choose you. Not words, not constant availability, but growth. Do you know why mystery is so attractive? Because curiosity creates emotional investment. When you reveal everything too soon, your fears, your past pain, your whole heart, you remove the very thing that draws her in. Let her slowly discover you. Let her earn each layer of your story. You are not a book to be read in one night. You are a series. That keeps getting better. Sometimes a woman will test you, not to break you, but to feel your strength. She'll joke about other men, just to see if you get jealous. She'll pull back emotionally, just to see if you crumble. She'll challenge your boundaries, to see if you even have any. And this is where most men fail. They react. They panic. They explode. They argue, or they beg for reassurance. All losing moves. When she pushes, you don't push back. You hold your ground. You breathe. You stay calm. You show her that no matter what storm she brings, you remain unshaken. That is masculine security, and that is the rarest thing in the world. You are not responsible for fixing anyone. You are not her therapist. You are not her emotional bandage. You can support. You can listen. You can care. But you cannot sacrifice your stability to save someone from their chaos, because when you do, she won't love you for it. She will take advantage of it, and you will lose yourself trying to solve a puzzle that doesn't belong to you. Let people handle their storms. You stay anchored. Most men destroy themselves with one fatal belief. Speak once. Say it calmly, and let silence do the rest, because silence is power, especially when you are the one who controls it. That woman will make me happy. No, she won't. Happiness that depends on someone else isn't happiness. It's dependency. You must love yourself with the same fire you once used to chase others. You must be able to wake up proud, even if no one texts you. You must feel valued, even if no one praises you. You must be enough. especially when no one is watching. Here's the brutal truth. A man who needs her loses her. A man who chooses her keeps her. And a man who chooses himself first becomes unstoppable. You were not born to compete for attention. You were not born to convince anyone to see your worth. You were not born to perform for love. You were born to lead yourself, to rise above insecurity, to build a life so fulfilling that anyone who leaves you simply frees up space for better. Never apologize for having standards. Never feel guilty for expecting loyalty. Never let anyone shame you for wanting peace. A real man doesn't lower his expectations to keep someone. He walks away. To keep his identity. If she cannot meet you where you stand, let her walk her own path. You were not designed to beg for love. You were built to become the kind of man who love naturally gravitates toward. Listen, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. So be the kind of man who doesn't break when things get quiet. Be the kind of man who doesn't lose himself when someone becomes distant. Be the kind of man whose presence commands respect, not by force, but by energy. There will be days when silence surrounds you, when people fall away, when she stops showing up. And in those moments, you must remember who you are. You must choose discipline over despair. You must choose peace over panic. You must choose yourself over your fears, because a man who remains calm, a man who stays focused, a man who keeps building, even when everything seems uncertain, that is the man who wins in the end. So from this moment on, you stop explaining yourself. You stop chasing. You stop trying to prove anything to anyone. You speak less. You observe more. You move with purpose. You walk with dignity. You choose silence over arguments. You choose progress over pain. If someone wants to leave your life, let the door open. If someone stops loving you, let your heart stay whole. If someone pulls away, let them go, because the right people will never require you to lose yourself to keep them. You are a man. You are allowed to feel, but you are not allowed to fold. You are allowed to love, but you are not allowed to lose your mission. You are allowed to care, but you are not allowed to abandon your purpose. Your value isn't in how much you give. Your value is in who you become. So become the man who doesn't fear distance. Become the man who doesn't shatter under pressure. Become the man who never stops rising. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. Walk forward, not to impress her, not to regain her, but to honor yourself. Because the strongest love a man will ever experience is the love he builds with himself. And once you master that, everything and everyone you truly deserve will find their way to you.